Hi guys, welcome back to a brand new Reddit reactions video. Oh, well done. Oh, hi. Bonjour, what's the tea?
Bonjour.
What's the dance?
Quelle
to do le cup of tea? This is Callum. Hello, Callum.
I'm Callum. Today we are going to be reacting to Are the Straights Okay? Is that what we're
Well,
doing?
it's a mix of like just... There's a few homophobic things here. We're back for the gays react theme, by the way.
Gays react.
Homophobic things. There's probably going to be some transphobic things. Some Are the Straights Okay? Some like just, it's a collection of things, not specifically just one Reddit. Make sure, as always, you hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell. There is this QR code as well on the, if you're watching on a TV, there's a QR code on screen. Yeah, with all that being said,
let's not beat around the bush and get back to the video.
Get back to the video.
I don't know.
We haven't even started the video to get back to the video.
Let's get on with it.
Would you like to read this?
Oh, do I have to? Progressive males are not men. They move and gesticulate like women. The hand over mouth gesture is one example, physically repulsive. Is he mourning? So his fellow soldier is either extremely wounded or passed away, and he's devastated at the fact of seeing his no doubt friend dead or in this position, and he's being called, saying he's not a man because he's covering his mouth.
Conservatives get offended by the weirdest shit. Imagine masculinity so fragile you can't even touch your own face.
I'm sorry, I'm moving and gesticulating like a woman again.
You're a woman!
What is the matter with these people?
I bet this person as well, this person commenting, tweeting this, isn't like a veteran or someone in the army. It's probably some rando who sits at home being like, why won't women suck me off? These men covering their face. No way would an actual person who's been in the army talk like this.
And it's the hypocrisy as well, because like images like identical to these would be used by the like, oh, we love our veterans people. The exact same people would be using these exact same images.
It's broken, man, flipping it.
Oh, it's so maddening, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can't believe we can't do this anymore. When this person has a loved one that dies, I hope that somebody shows up at that person's funeral to police their mannerisms, to make sure they're not too feminine. Oh, crying, crying, are we? That your wife's dead. Bit femme.
Yeah. Well, these people don't have wives. What are you talking about?
What the fuck is this liberal bullshit? It's beach volleyball and these bitches have leggings on. Are you fucking kidding me? Throw a bikini on and let the rack bounce. What the fuck is this? Some gay shit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Are we angry that these women are wearing clothes? And also, these clothes are revealing.
Yeah, they're still very
these are really revealing clothes.
Well, what the hell are you then, a sex maniac or something?
I find it interesting that you're watching the Olympics just to get off.
Honestly.
I wonder like where the line is. Like, do they watch anything else like this and then go, why are they not dressed? Like, do you go to church and be like, oh, these women are not actually having a leg out?
And call it some gay shit.
I'm more upset with the fact that it says, let them racks bounce.
Honestly.
These are the kind of people that play those Dead or Alive beach volleyball games where it's like the girls are like naked and they're like, eh.
Don't know what that is.
There was a big thing about in the 2000s, there was Dead or Alive made these like volleyball games, and it was like you get codes to take their clothes off, and it's just like these women with this huge breast playing volleyball doing this, and it was just obscene.
I'm gonna put a stop to this!
I do love the fact that women who aren't showing their holes, it's now considered gay.
Sorry, they're holes.
Yeah.
That's how average white girls look when she's 8. You wonder why Stephen Hawking was a pedophile. Dog, I would be one too.
I beg your pardon?
What? What is going on? Roly, explain this to me because I'm upset. Roly, I'm very upset.
I'm gonna blur her face, obviously.
This is clearly a child to me. I don't understand why anyone would think otherwise. This is clearly a child. But they're saying that she, looks too much like a woman, that it makes them want to have sex with her?
Well, I don't think she doesn't look like a woman. She's saying this is what a white girl looks like when she's 8. You wonder why Stephen Hawking was a PDF. Was Stephen Hawking a PDF? I guess he was on the flight.
What did you say? A PDF?
PDF file. That's how you say that
like
word.
A PDF, like an Adobe PDF file?
Yeah, but it means this, but that's why you say, that's where you get it.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
So people are saying a PDF file?
Yeah. Was Stephen Hawking a PDF file? I mean, he was on the flight logs, I guess, with Jeffrey Epstein. I'm not sure what, I don't know the whole story with Stephen Hawking, so maybe that was the case. I'm not going to comment on it, I don't really know. He's saying, well, if this is what children look like at 8, so I'd be one too.
I'm not laughing at the subject matter. I'm laughing because this
You
is the most
posted this.
absurd conversation I've ever had. Is Stephen Hawking a PDF file?
PDF
Welcome
file.
to.
Yeah. The So he's basically saying that I would have sex with the child.
Just openly admitting it and then like justifying it because this girl has got long hair and...
The thing is, there's no way you could ever confuse this person for like an adult woman. Like this,
I'm really
this is quite
confused
clearly a young child.
What the fuck is the matter with you going on the internet and openly admitting to be a PDF file?
Yeah.
That's dumb. You should kill yourself.
Men who are so obsessed with going like, you know, really young girls who are like maybe even they're of age, but like 16-year-olds or something. Andrew Tate, for example, has openly admitted that he goes to places where consent's lower so he can have sex with people who are lower. But a lot of the time...
Does he?
Yeah,
he openly admits that?
Yeah. And so a lot of the reason why a lot of these men and things do that is because they want to go with someone who doesn't understand the world, can't say no, doesn't understand what is necessarily good or bad.
They want to take advantage of young, vulnerable people.
Who don't understand better. So that's the reason why a lot of these men will go with younger people. The younger person doesn't understand the wider context of everything that's going on.
How is Andrew Tate not in prison?
Well, he keeps seeming to avoid lots of things. I mean, he's under investigation still for trafficking and stuff and all that stuff, but
he will be. Just wish it would hurry up.
Would you like to read this post?
I wouldn't like to.
This is what we're here for. Deal with it.
Men who carry water bottles out in public give me the ick, especially at the airport. You can't go a few hours without having your little sips of water. Carrying around anything is a feminine trait. The only thing men should be carrying around his wallet are his wallet and a pocket knife.
This person has never been to an airport. You've got to carry a pocket knife at an airport.
It's now too femme to like hydrate your body.
Yeah.
It's too femme to drink water.
Yeah.
Like, what is the...
Sorry, you need to stop doing this. We've already established this is gay.
I can't believe we're now saying it's gay to drink water.
Then die.
Although that's insane, I just find it bonkers that this person's like, especially at an airport, and the only person who thinks you would carry around is a wallet and a pocket knife. You've never been to an airport before. If you think you can go to a fucking airport with a pocket knife,
No passport. I'm sure they'll get straight through security.
Passport's actually quite gay. I didn't you want to go and do something else in a different country. No, absolutely not.
Imagine trying to get on a plane with just a wallet and a pocket and nothing else.
Can I have your boarding pass, sir?
This is a knife.
Me when I come home with a Bible to my liberal family. Mum found this in your backpack. You know we don't allow filth in this house. God bless you, Dad. Hayley, go get pregnant and have an abortion right now. This is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Because like, this is so farcical and comedy, but like, you know they're absolutely serious.
Oh, this is what the far right would share on like their Facebook. Yeah.
This is be like,
Oh my God, so true, Barry.
Such a twat.
This is something that Trump would literally share on Truth Social.
Honestly.
This is 100. The same way that he was saying these foreigners are eating all the pets. He'll see something on Twitter, he'll see something and then repost it and be like, this is happening. And then Elon Musk would quote tweet it and be like, concerning. That's all he ever does. He'll quote tweet so interesting.
so true.
Concerning.
So true, bestie.
Yeah, best. Can you imagine? He's using the get emoji now on iOS 18 and being like, oh, make an emoji going, Imagine Elon Musk suddenly becomes like this like furry who's like,
I'm teaching my daughter that it's perfectly acceptable to depend on a man, poor girl. That being a homemaker is the number one career she should strive for. And that serving, I hate the word serving,
Yeah.
and that serving her husband and bearing children will be her greatest joy. In a world full of women teaching their children that their only goal is to go to university, get a good job and make money, I'm teaching my little girl to live a slow life, to be a biblical woman that wants a husband and a beautiful family that she can serve daily. That joy comes from God and family, not from a career. I hate this with every ounce of my
she's
being.
literally like, she looks about 5. I would say, if I was making a guess, I would say about 5 years old.
And you know what I really hate, what's really insidious about this post is that this woman, Jasmine, or whatever her name is, she's kind of implying that we're saying that like little girls can't learn these things, can't learn to be a homemaker, can't learn to like raise children. They absolutely can. They can learn all of these things at once. They can have a career and they can also have a family. They can learn to bake like this sweet little situation that you're creating. Yeah, they can learn to do that as well. Like liberal people aren't saying otherwise. If you want to be a homemaker, if you want your husband to go to work and you want to stay at home and bake and raise the family, that's absolutely fine. Like, nobody's saying otherwise. But like your little girl who isn't more than 6 years old deserves the right to pursue a career if she wants that as well.
Yeah.
And you were taking that away from her.
And that's the thing, it's the way that like she's demonizing like university educated. Like they're in a world where people go to university and smarting. It's like you're making it sound as if like being university educated is like a bad thing.
A problem.
A girl does not get anywhere by acting intelligent.
It's the serving.
Serving. Something really, really like makes me uncomfortable about that word serving.
Serving.
Like you're beneath a man. Like, I hate it.
I hate it. I hate
it so much.
But these are the
Grow
same
up.
people that they would say that you're indoctrinating. This is literally indoctrination. What you're doing is indoctrinating because you said that this is what you should
All
strive
they
for.
ever do is indoctrinate.
Yeah, this is all they're doing. This is all they ever do.
Brainwashing.
I remember growing up with my grandmother, and I used to love like baking cookies and cakes with her and stuff.
Yeah.
Would I not be allowed? Would they be like, well, you can't do that because you're a man.
Yeah, exactly. That is exactly what they would say.
My grandma, she was a homemaker. She was born in the 30s, so of course life was a lot different back then. And watching her bake, and I loved watching all that stuff. And like, I have no interest in being a homemaker or anything like that, but it was enjoyable. We had a lovely bonding moment. The idea that this bonding moment with this child, maybe when she gets older, she's gonna see this and go, one of the very first memories I have with you as a
And
very
you've
young
used
child.
it to push your rhetoric.
Yeah.
Teaching my son to eat yogurt without a spoon, you ladies can thank me later. Sexualization of a child.
But apparently we
Fucking weird. Also, if your son grows up to be gay, hate to break it to you, but like you've given him the same skills that he's gonna need.
The fact that you posted this on the internet as if like you thought it was gonna make you look good.
Like you're an embarrassment, Stacey.
Like the only thing that this has made you look good to is PDF files. Like no one has looked good.
I'm never gonna be able to take that seriously.
Like this doesn't make you look good to like normal everyday people.
It's fucking weird.
Do you also think your vagina's like a yogurt? I don't remember learning that in my autonomy class.
That's a vagina?
Uh-oh, they didn't think this one through. Only one way they fit together. Heterosexual Awareness Month. And it's people putting 2 traffic cones on top of each other. It's 2 of the same thing, sis. Also, this is like, what a weird analogy.
It's the gayest thing I've ever
This is the
seen.
gayest thing.
It's the gayest thing I've ever
This
seen.
makes me think of like, how do you turn a bar stool to 4 stools, turn it upside down? Biblically accurate bar stool. Yeah, this is obscene. I mean, years and years ago, I even did a parody of this on my channel, like back in like 2012. There was this stupid like pastor woman. They did this whole thing. They were like, this is proof that LGBT people are wrong, and she got a plug socket and an actual plug and was like, they fit together. If you try to use a plug and a plug, it doesn't work. If you try to use a socket and a socket, it doesn't work. And they were like deadly serious.
This doesn't work.
Come on, this is way before like rage bait and all that shit. This is like,
That's why this is so funny,
Yeah.
because this literally, if we're using the same logic, this one literally advocates for gay sex.
yeah.
This is not 2 pieces fitting together. This is 2 of the same going together.
Absolutely.
The front going in the back.
Yeah.
That's what gays do.
No.
Bum boys.
And this man, look at him in those
Yeah.
little shorts with that bulge in the boots. This literally, he looks like he's straight out of a Tom of Finland drawing.
Dear.
Only one way they fit together.
Yeah. You should get this tattooed on your back.
Yeah, maybe I will.
Yeah, why not? And then I could be in a video. I'm a 100% straight guy who is no longer interested in dating women. Modern women are lazy, selfish, and have no interest in serving their man. What I'm proposing is a new type of relationship, a non-sexual or romantic relationship. Instead, a committed male.
Sounds kind of fruity.
I think he's a male gay.
Gonna be honest.
Yeah.
Gonna be honest.
Do you know what's really funny is they think they're like, he's calling modern women lazy, right? I think of all the women in my life, they're all incredibly hardworking. They have really good jobs. They work their self to the bone, almost like, you know, what a stereotypical man, what they say men would do. How is that lazy?
Yeah, it's not lazy. They're actually driven and working
Yeah.
far harder than they've ever worked. And you're just calling it lazy because they're not using all their time to
make you a sandwich.
serve their man. But like, this is the gayest, as a card-carrying homosexual man, this is one of the gayest things. Just admit you want to suck a dick.
Daddy likes hot cock.
Why
Well,
would
there's
I want
more.
to spend my free time being dragged around the mall or going to endless shopping trips when I could be going fishing, hunting, and hanging out with my closest buddies? My buddy and I both single and share the place together.
Sounds kind of fruity.
Sharing this hole together too. We live in separate rooms like roommates, but we still fun shit together every week. No women are allowed to come over. We play cards, drink youngling. What's that? Young.
I have no idea.
Come, drink, come, and I'm planning a week-long fishing trip for the summer. Just guys hanging out with dudes, not a woman in sight.
This sounds like some of my like closest like gay friendships.
Yeah, what is this? This is us. We used to go fishing all the time. I haven't been in a relationship over women for 3 years, and I'm the happiest I've ever been. You're a gay man.
You are
You
a
wanna get
homosexual.
raw-dogged.
You're a homophobic gay man, is what you're telling us.
You do realise.
I wish I know what he looked like.
Oh, he's.
I want to go on a date with him.
Oh no, you don't. You're my bait and he drowns you. Like, have you seen that ridiculous video of John Paul from Hollyoaks being drowned in the lake?
Wait, John Paul's dead.
John Paul,
Is he?
so years ago, I'll put the clip
Aw.
here. Years ago, Hollyoaks, old, like, sort of young person soap. There was this character called John Paul. He came out. He kind of helped me come out as gay. This was back in 2006. It was a long, long time ago when I was
John Paul and Craig.
Yeah, when I was 15. So it was all like hell. It was and then he comes back to the show like 20 years later, and he gets drowned by a priest in a river.
I'll let God decide.
Is this man worthy of salvation?
God will convert you.
God, that family was really put through the ringer.
It was, yeah. Grabbing the biggest bra and telling my girlfriend, I wish you were that size.
Break up immediately.
Right. Oh, there's
Divorce. Haha, hilarious. I just don't understand why you now put this on the internet. Surely she broke up with you after this.
She killed him.
What she needs to do then is to get a huge dildo and be like, I wish you were this size. Like,
Yeah, because you know he ain't.
again, it's what you did. It's the posting on the internet as if like this is funny. I don't know if you saw, there was this video going viral recently of this. I mean, this happens all the time, but there's a really recent one where there was like a married couple cutting a cake, and the man like pushes his wife's face into the cake, and it ruins all of her makeup and her hair. And she just
On their wedding day?
Yeah, and she's she's there like, and he's like dying with laughter, and he goes to like high five her and stuff, and she's just a bit like confused. It's like, I don't understand how you would ever think that was going to be appropriate. Like, this is a very traditional wedding. It looked like a very traditional wedding. So like the girl has spent like hundreds, even thousands of pounds on the hair, makeup and everything, and would have been spent all that time watching all these photos and wanted to be like a beautiful, and you've ruined it all in a second because you think you're a joker. And it's the same kind of thing where it's like, you thought you looked good in this moment and you're so out of touch.
It's 14-year-old boy humor.
Yeah.
And I don't understand these adult men who think that that's somehow a flex. Like,
Yeah.
like you're a child. There's nothing manly about that either. You're literally behaving like a 14-year-old boy. There's nothing masculine about that. You're actually quite embarrassing.
Why are video games so gay now? 2008, masculine, 2024, gay!
I want to play this.
I want to play this.
Whatever it is, it looks really
This looks
fun.
a bit like Fortnite. I don't understand what this whole thing is. The fact that they think like everything is now LGBT. And it's like, Call of Duty still exists. Elden Ring. I love Elden. One of my favorite games that have come out in the last decade. Nothing about that is fruity.
No.
Or like it's a medieval set where you're a person who has many different magic or whatever. How is it gay?
Yeah, like this comparison is such nonsense.
Well, they've also added rainbow flags and shit. So like,
they've made it more gay. When in fact, I don't know what game this is, but this is just some kind of angel person.
Yeah.
Like it's not even actually gay. You've just added LGBT flags to it.
It's so dumb. But also, what's so funny is like when you think about old video games, things like Final Fantasy, all of the
Gay.
men in that are so super androgynous.
It's little twinks
Like,
running around, being twinks.
And all of a sudden now it's like, oh, these games always existed. But Final Fantasy is one of the most popular games that have ever been created ever.
I'm sorry, Crash Bandicoot is queer. You're telling me that... You're telling me he's hetero?
I just don't get it, how they think that everything is now suddenly LGBT. These kind of games where you play as war criminals or war
I
bastards
don't
or
get the
whatever.
obsession with this. Like, why do you want this? Like,
Yeah, why is murder?
Like, what is this?
It's a very...
I actually like, and this is quite controversial because I know a lot of people enjoy these games, and if you do enjoy these games, that's fine. But I actually don't really understand the like. I used to play Call of Duty. I used to quite enjoy it, but I didn't enjoy it because of the hyper-realistic war settings. Like, I don't really understand why you want that.
No,
Like, why do you want to feel like you're actually going, like, overseas to fight in a real war? I don't understand that.
Yeah, I like shooting games, but I like ones where you play against like aliens or demonic creatures, like Doom, for example, and Halo. You're playing against like demonic demons from the hell or aliens from like another planet. I always prefer fantasy. I don't need to play out what's currently
Like a
happening
real
in the world.
war.
Like,
it's strange. It's quite strange to me.
yeah, I never understood that either. I always preferred to shoot against fantasy things because there's also more diversity and fun things in it. Not even talking about LGBT. Humans are humans. You can't really do much. It's like everything's the same. When it comes to aliens, you can literally do anything you could possibly imagine in your mind.
Yeah. My son is only 4. Luckily, someone reported her to CPS. I don't know what CPS is. Some American
Child Protection
thing.
Services.
My son finna have all your daughters sucking his... You need to be in jail. You need to die. You do need to be in jail. You do need to be in jail, Miranda.
Imagine looking at your 4-year-old child and thinking, well, maybe
Daughters sucking
are they...
his dick.
I think I'd even joke about that with you. I wouldn't go into Twitter and be like, oh my God, all you gays come and suck off my best friend. Let alone saying about your own child.
It's so creepy.
It's like an odd thing.
Stop thinking about your son's penis. Stop thinking about your son in sexual situations. Stop thinking about your son in sexual situations with other minors.
Yeah, it makes me think of those, because we said this a little while ago on a post, and it was like, we talked about the t-shirts that would always be like, oh, heartbreaker, or like daddy's little slut.
It's the
like
next level.
Yeah,
like,
it's
the next level.
why are you thinking about that
So
about your
well,
child?
I am so glad somebody reported you to CPS.
But apparently with unsexualized children.
And then she told this person, you need to die.
And the thing is, what's even funny about it is that I hate children. The fact that I despise children and I'm still protecting them, sticking up for them more than these actual, like, parents, it says a lot.
The lefts hate to see this. What?
Goku and his family.
What, like this unwell, unwashed person with his girlfriend who doesn't know how to do a makeup?
Rotten baby. Like, I don't...
Shut your hole, bitch!
I'm sorry to this baby. The baby is innocent. But I don't know what we're supposed to be
I
like.
love that the left
hates this. I don't know what you think you've done, Isabella.
I know many left-wing people who are married in a normal heterosexual children relationship.
I don't understand how you think this is a flex.
I don't.
Also, clean your kitchen. Clean up your kitchen.
He looks so unhappy.
The father of the baby is currently high. You realise that, right? Probably high because of the misery of this family.
No, it's high on the word of the Lord.
How do they think this is a flex?
It's weird, isn't it?
How do they think this is a flex?
It's just a family. Like, but Isabella is like, no.
Did he approve this picture before it got posted?
He
Because
doesn't
I've got
look very happy.
questions.
No, he does not look very happy.
God, buy this man a hairbrush.
But yeah, gone Super Saiyan. I just don't understand. Why are her legs so hairy? And this is the tweet, and the what's it called? The context adders. No, community notes. The reason is because women naturally have leg hair.
Also, like,
You
really have to like zoom in. You have to be there with a, what's it called? A
Magnifying
magnifying glass. I've lost the ability to speak.
As someone who has to shave their head multiple times, and I actually do like de-hair my whole body mostly anyway, it is a lot of work. It takes a long time. Even when you've already got like short hair, when your hair's a bit longer, it takes even longer because the razor gets like, you know, filled up.
Yeah.
It's like, say you're someone who's actually doing it. That actually takes a lot of time and effort. Sometimes I cannot be bothered and I might leave it. It takes a long time. It doesn't surprise me that sometimes, well, my girlfriends, many growing up, they would be like, well, I'm wearing jeans today. I can't bother to shave my legs or something. Sometimes it just takes too long and you don't have time. The idea that you now go, oh, why are her legs hairy? But you put her. So you're gonna,
you're
you're gonna say she's a
that
man.
she's trans. You're
Yeah.
implying that she's trans. Like any opportunity to be transphobic. Like I feel the same as Roly. Like I actually like my legs to be smooth. It's just a personal preference. But like a lot of the time I just can't be bothered.
Yeah.
Like sometimes they just get hairy and it just happens.
If my wife can't do my laundry, then I'd rather marry a fellow man.
Here we are with the fruity and
Because then we'd have a lot of interesting things to talk about, like football, etc., and dirty clothes, because you clearly can't wash your own fucking clothes.
Are you a pig?
I only want to marry a woman for the labour she can provide me, because the truth is, I'd rather be with a man. I mean, what do they think is going to happen then? Like, if you're going to marry a man because you need someone to do your laundry's not going to get done. Just piles up of dirty laundry. Like, what? These people want a mum. These people just want a mum. They want a mum.
mother, yeah.
They don't want a
got
wife.
mummy issues, Micaiah.
Luxaria always said men want to have sex with women but fall in love with other men, and that's
Yeah.
exactly what they are.
Just come out, babe.
Just come out.
Just come out. It's fine. A female pool player received a round of applause when she forfeited a pool tournament rather than compete against a trans woman in the finals.
The majority of the comments are super transphobic. I'm not going to get into the whole discussion about trans women playing against women or whatever. Like, the whole discussion is just like absolutely stupid. Like, I can't be bothered to get into that. But what I will say is it's Paul. What are you going to excuse? Oh, men have an advantage over women. It's Paul. What is on? They said that about there was one thing about chess as well. There was a whole scandal about
Chess?
Yeah, there was a whole scandal about like trans women playing against like biological women in like chess, and it was like, it's chess? Oh, the men are going to be able to run so much faster around the board. It's how hard can you hit a fucking pool ball? Oh, the men are going
It's
to hit
also
it.
not about hitting it hard. That's not how you win a game of pool.
The idea that they would stand up and applaud.
Grow up.
Because
grow up.
Their whole thing about like the men will have advantage over women. It's literally Paul. So now this is just showing you transphobia. There's no way of sugarcoating it, because you can't make an argument to me of like, well, men are clearly more intelligent than women, so men will be able to play pool better, or men are way more like the way that you try to spin it for a pool tournament is just completely void. So this is someone posting on there, I'm getting a story or something. Oh, TikTok. Last night I told my husband I can't wait to vote for Kamala Harris. And he said, I hope nothing happens to your car that day. I'm just threatening you're cutting the brakes. This is a reminder to all my fellow Texas wives of Trump supporters. Early voting begins October 21st. You can act like you're going to get a gallon of milk and cast your vote privately.
Oh, God bless her.
Imagine a loveless marriage like this, where you have to do this because your husband is a vile person. I'm gonna cut the brakes. I mean, essentially they're saying, I'm gonna cut the brakes on your tire or cars or something. And this is what you're doing. Obscene and sad and terrible.
It's so sad, actually. Like, I feel like this woman, whether she knows it or not, is in an abusive relationship, extremely toxic abusive relationship. And like, God bless her for coming online to like give this information out. You know, you can quietly say, I'm just going to get a gallon of milk and put your vote in early. I hope she can leave him. I hope she can safely leave this man, because what a fucking mess.
Are the straights okay? I don't think.
Where do I
Sabrina
start?
the Teenage Witch.
Okay, so this is a lesbian couple. Me determined to have a threesome, a shitload of cocaine. What? Well, I don't even know what this means, Roly.
Having sex with a lesbian would be so hot. There's nothing better than having sex with a girl who doesn't want to have sex with you. Nothing.
That's rape. That is rape. Oh, is that what this is implying?
Yeah,
A
that
shitload of cocaine is to drug them.
I mean, I feel like cocaine doesn't do that. You would need more, like, cocaine's more of like an upper, right? So it wouldn't make you, I mean, I guess if you took too much of it might make you a bit dead. I don't think they're really thinking about what the drug does. I think they're just thinking drugs.
They just mean
So they
drugs.
think drug the person.
Nothing sort of than rape, apparently, is what they're saying. I don't want these people to exist.
There seems to be getting more and more of them. Being radicalized by Andrew Tate and all these people. He's been getting even worse. If I see one more creative bathroom sign, I'm gonna lose it. Restrooms at a pizza shop.
You know what? Like, I went to a place not that long ago in London, and the options, it was a pineapple and an umbrella. To this day, I don't know which one I was supposed to be, because I really don't know which one I was supposed to be, because I think like maybe it was pineapple was supposed to be for women because it's like a hula dance and that's quite femme, and like maybe the umbrella was supposed to be the suave gentleman.
No.
But then it could go the other way around.
I did a video recently and there was the people taking the piss out of men using umbrellas because that's too feminine.
Too fruity.
Yeah.
So then maybe the umbrella is the fruity option.
But then there's
And the
actual fruit that's not
pineapple-
fruity.
But maybe the pineapple is supposed to be like mass because it's quite like jagged and like resembles a phallus. Like, I don't know.
My penis doesn't look anything like a pineapple. I want to
don't
make sure
know.
that's very clear.
If I'm a pineapple or an umbrella.
You're neither. You're a goat.
To a degree, like I think it's quite fun to like be fun with your pizza signs, but like
It needs to be
your
obvious.
bathroom signs, like
If I was to make a guess, I would say probably the slice is a man and the whole thing is a woman because the slice goes into the thing. It has to be obvious. Like, what is that?
and so also just make gender neutral bathrooms. Like,
How is anyone supposed to know this is the toilet anyway? Because like, there's no sign around it being like, oh, this is where the toilets are. This is just like, if I was at a place and there was funny doors that looked like that, I'd be like, oh, there's some, I don't know, maybe there's an escape room in there or something. I don't know. I wouldn't go, oh, that's the toilet.
I would see, and then in the modern day, I would see this and be like, oh, it's a speakeasy.
It's just me, oh,
speakeasy
naughty,
in there, naughty.
knock on what one first. It's a bit like one of those rooms where it's like one door goes to death and one was to heaven or whatever. And it's like each one, it gets harder and harder to pick. But like Takeshi's Castle, and you'd run through those like doors and each one of them would be open.
Would love to go on Takeshi's Castle.
So it's this. They only did like one season back in the 80s and they just re-repeated the episode.
I know, it felt like it was this thing that went on and on and on, but God, the royalties, Craig Charles must have got out of that.
Oh my God. Fighting homophobia with ableism rule. ASAP, I don't know who, I'm assuming this is like a someone who's got money. So Asper Rocky calls homophobia in hip hop retarded. Why would you, like, how you can't be like, I hate this, but let me also discriminate.
Thank you, but never mind.
It hurt itself in its confusion.
Yeah, that is a very... Asper was confused by confusion, Ray. He hurt himself in his confusion.
In one sense, I'm kind of like, well, thank you for trying to
Yeah, you
advocate
tried.
for us, but then you like immediately discriminated amongst another protected class.
It's very strange, isn't it? Angie Jones.
Took my dog to work yesterday. Dog lover patting my dog. Your dog loves me. Me. Wow, that's great. She doesn't usually go to men. Dog lover's face, crestfallen. And that's when I realised my dog had correctly identified a trans-identifying female. Wait, what?
Turf dog, true story. This is one of those stories that literally never happened. This is what happens when TERFs get bored and they don't know what else to say. They just make up stories like this. Wow, that's great. She doesn't usually go to men. Oh, so it's a trans man.
No, it's a trans...
Wait, what?
A trans man. A trans man.
What?
It's a trans man. It's a trans man. The dog doesn't usually like men. You know what, Angie?
So it's a woman who...
You know what, Angie? Your story's too hard to follow.
I don't understand anything.
I know what she was trying to say.
I know what she's trying to say.
It's because she's a trans-identified female, but that's what they call the opposite. So we would normally say it's a trans woman, but they would say a trans-identified male for a trans woman.
I'm going to say something controversial here.
Don't!
Angie here in this scenario is acting like this is a bit of a gotcha moment because she's implying that her dog can tell the difference between a trans person and a cis person. But do you know what you're not going to like, Angie? Is that like trans people would actually agree with you because trans people actually acknowledge biological differences. They actually acknowledge hormonal differences. And if you perhaps have a dog who has an aversion to, let's say, testosterone, and somebody is on hormones to have like testosterone suppression, etc., then they're actually gonna agree with you. Trans people like understand biological reality. They always have and always will. And like, so this is not the gotcha moment you think it is.
Also, it's just a lie. This didn't happen.
This also did not happen. This didn't happen.
Hashtag true story. Hashtag turf dog.
Completely made up.
No, it's good. Yeah, completely made up. So this is an old post, but I don't know if you saw this when she said this ages ago. Boo-hoo, transphobic bitch. J.K. Rowling says she won't forgive Daniel Radcliffe and Emma Watson for speaking out against her trans comments.
Babe, they don't want your forgiveness. They literally don't care what you think, and they've made that quite clear because you're a transphobic nut job. Like, nobody cares what you think, Joanne. Just go and sit in your castle and shut the fuck up.
You're mouldy.
I hate to look at how smug she is.
Yeah.
Look how smug she is.
They photoshopped out the mold in the back. Did you see all the mold? Do you know what I know about the mold?
Oh, mold. I thought you said moles.
Oh, all the molds were behind her.
Yes, stop spending your money. Like, she spends all this money, like, to back all these, like, transphobic, like, insane people. Sort your house out, Joanne. Your castle's rotten.
Castle's rotten, girls. Back to this actual post. I loved when this came up because it was this audacity to think that they were even asking for your forgiveness. It was
Like, they don't want your forgiveness.
You've just created this narrative that they're going, Joanne,
Joanne,
please forgive us. Execution. I know that's an old, but when I saw this, I was like, I have to put it in the video because it makes me gigs.
Stupid.
Man sends his wife a spreadsheet of all the times she denied him sex. I'm not going to read all the things, but it's literally like a day by day, every single time, like reasonings why she said no to sex and the times that she said yes. You're too drunk. I feel too gross. I'm not feeling good. I ate too much. I'm like... The idea that this is a spreadsheet that you have kept is the weirdest thing I have ever seen. Again, this is another one of these things where divorce this man.
Divorce immediately. Why are you with him? Like, especially one of these really stands out to me, and it's I'm still a bit tender from yesterday. So your wife, who you apparently love, is saying that they're a little bit sensitive, maybe in a little bit of pain, so they don't want to have sex right now. And you're using that against, you're writing that down in a spreadsheet and trying to use it against you. Sorry, you are not entitled to sex?
Yeah.
I'll just die already.
It doesn't matter. I don't care if you've been married to this woman for 5 years and you haven't had sex for 5 years. You are still not entitled to sex.
Divorce. Dead. Two different ways. I just need to vent. This is on Facebook, right? I'm still very new to crochet, and this is my very first C2C. I don't know what that means. Crochet to crochet. Crochet to crochet.
Crochet. I can't even speak.
Oh, I gave this as a gift to a co-worker on Friday for her baby that is due in January. Today she left it lying on my desk and a note that states this. These weren't appropriate colours for her daughter. I'm heartbroken and disgusted. And there's a note. This is the crochet blanket. It says, I'm not sure what. No, these are not appropriate colours for my daughter. Seriously? And her name.
Go f yourself, Jen.
Does she think this is
literally go f yourself?
Does she think it's meant to be pride or something? And she's getting confused.
I don't understand that. Like, this could go either way. It could be like, oh, this looks too much like a pride flag, which is not a pride flag, just for the reference. But like, she might be saying, oh, stop trying to indoctrinate my daughter by pushing an LGBT plus identity on them. Or she's like really drunk the Kool-Aid around like, oh, pink for a girl, blue for a boy, and she's upset about that.
Maybe.
Either way, what Jesus Christ, like somebody has tried to do something really, really, really nice for you.
Yeah.
And you've responded by, and it's the not not in capital letters underlined. These are not appropriate for my daughter. How dare you crochet this?
Yeah, maybe she thinks it's like too boyish or
Too
something. I don't
boyish
know.
or too much like a rainbow. I don't know.
Which is stupid because actually children, especially young children, needs like love color. Like it's it's like a development thing to let them expose to lots of different colors and everything. So
if you look at children's toys, like basically since the dawn of time, they've always been like really, really colourful. Like, God, Jen's gonna have quite the surprise when she goes to a toy shop. None of this is appropriate for my daughter.
Oh, sorry.
A paw.
Just because of the way that the world is at the moment, I would lean more on the fact that she probably thinks it's gay pride or something, and that's why she's done that.
Jesus Christ, Jen.
Jesus, Mary.
I feel sorry for the daughter.
Would you like to read the caption?
This is the future they want to believe is functional. So it's a woman changing the wheels on a car.
A biker woman, and
Then person who I'm assuming is a man.
they're meant. I think what they're trying to say is that's meant to be a trans woman. I think that's what they're meant to say. Oh, men dressed up as women. The woman is changing the tire, but the man isn't. There are many single women, right, who are out on their own doing this, who would actually probably need to learn how to change. Anyone who drives a car, I think you should probably learn how to change your tire in case you're in a situation. So the idea that they're saying like a woman changing the car tire is like wrong is weird.
Like in a different context, they're like, oh yeah, this is a real like red-blooded American woman.
Yeah.
She's hopping on the back of a bike and like cycling with them. And then in the exact same breath, they're like, oh, this is awful. This is the liberal agenda. Which is it? Which is it? Do you want to get excited about Lana Del Rey on the back of your motorbike, like waving the American flag? Or like which is it?
It's
Make up your
weird,
mind.
isn't it?
So
It's so
hypocritical.
strange.
So hypocritical.
This is dysfunctional. Like, this, to be fair, this looks like this is working quite perfectly for this situation.
It does actually.
No one seems to be upset. Everyone seems to be having like, even the dog's like, oh.
Because I think they're using this image because like we have such an idea of what like life looks like that even to me like this image does jar slightly because it's not what I expect from an image. But when you actually break it down, let's pretend this exact situation was happening. A bearded, whether this is supposed to be a man or a trans woman, who fucking cares, has broken down, and then like a biker woman has come to their help. Like, what is actually the issue here? What actually is the issue here?
Yeah, does everyone look like they're having a bad time?
Everybody seems quite happy.
I'm having a terrible time.
So this is a frequent thing that happens all the time. It's a photo of Elliot Page pre-transition, and it says, "Never forget what they took from you." I don't know why all these TERFs and men and all these transphobic people think that like, first of all, they owned him, but also as if like pre-transition, there'd any chance that like Elliot would have slept with you. Never forget what they took from you. Like they would. Elliot was never going to sleep with you.
Who's they? There is no they.
The woke agenda.
The woke agenda.
The woke agenda.
Acting like just liberal people are some conglomerate organisation that's seeking to like...
And it's true, we are. But I don't understand what it's the obsession with like acting as if like they own him. As if like before transition, you belonged to me. I don't get it. I really don't understand.
Go to jail.
Go to jail. Just die.
Oh my God, you've got a spike in your head. I'm a unicorn. You need to see a doctor. They did it to affirm my feelings. Stupid, so impossibly stupid.
Do you know what's really if we actually take this at face value, we evaluate what's happened, right? So this is going to be a transphobic thing. So they're saying that trans people go to a doctor and they just affirm their feelings, but you've equated it to like a horse with a knife sticking in its head. I've never in my life seen one of my trans friends or whatever go to the doctor and they've gone stabbed. They've stabbed you with a knife.
I don't think they'll like that at all.
Yeah, this will make you feel better. Like, this is how you
like
feel.
nothing about gender-affirming care actually harms the person. You do realise that,
I don't,
right?
like, what?
They really think this is a gotcha moment, and it just shows you how devoid of brain cells they are.
I'm just so confused how they thought
It's not clever. You think you're so clever. This is not clever. 14-year-old boy. A 14-year-old boy would come up with this. This is why we can't argue with these people, because there's
they're completely
point in presenting any kind of logic to them, because to be truthfully honest, they can't understand it.
No,
they can't
they're too dumb.
comprehend.
Yeah.
They don't have the reading comprehension to follow your train of thought, because this is where their comprehension is at.
There's these people that I follow on Instagram, they're called the good liars, and they're people who go and interview people at Trump rallies. And I have to show you after this video some of the shit that these Trump supporters are saying is just so deranged. And the man's like telling them, like literally just giving them like the hard fact of why they're wrong. And it's not even like showing them data or anything. It's like the very basic things of like, but this would mean this. And they're just like,
They can't comprehend.
Trump, yeah. And it's like,
It's very, they're taking all our fishing.
They're taking all of our fishing. Yeah, we're going to get our own laws. We're going to...
We have to abide by EU. They're taking all our fishing.
And
like,
now,
you don't
actually,
know
our
what you're
fishing
saying,
industry is
Barbara.
abysmal since Brexit.
Fish has gone up, like fish fingers now, which is fish sticks for you Americans. They're like $9.
Yeah,
like
it's
$9.
Well, £9 really. So more than
sorry,
$9.
£9.
Yeah.
$15.
I can't think of a single positive thing that's come out of Brexit. I mean, maybe there is one or two little tiny things, but I genuinely can't. If we compare the two, it's like 95% bad and like 5% good. And it was just because racist people were like, get him out.
I was in the queue for immigration in Spain the other day, and we had to queue longer because of obviously we're not part of the EU now, so we have to queue to do the passport thing. And there was 2 pro-Brexit people in the queue in front of me saying, I can't believe we have to queue. This is why we voted for Brexit. No, it isn't. That's the opposite of what is
This is
true.
what you voted for.
You have voted for this. You are in this situation because of what you voted for.
Yeah.
What do you expect, you stupid old bitch?
They just don't understand because their racism and the hatred towards other people
Has rot in their brain.
It rots
Just
in-
like Joanne in her castle with the
and
rot
the
surrounding
rot wall,
her.
Yeah, no, the moles. All the moles.
moles.
All the moles burrowing in her walls. With their little feelers like making...
Can you get AI to do Joanne surrounded by moles?
I mean, if I can get my
Apple Intelligence.
Apple Intelligence, yeah, but to get to work, I'll make an emoji of
Hashtag
moles.
ad, hashtag spawn. Roly has been paid by Apple to make this video.
I fucking wish. They've got money.
Minted.
Like, yes, that would be £10,000 for a short shout out, please.
I bet Daddy Tim Apple has got deep pockets.
Maybe. Deep pockets and a deep traffic cone.
Can we stop doing this now? My brain is rotten.
Well,
my brain has rotten.
Callum, a few years ago, we entered into this agreement that when we make videos, we have to just make these things. And if it still works and people are still doing it, unfortunately, we have no choice. And you are forced by the cosmic aura around you of
I'm a prisoner.
prisoner in your own non-home.
Okay.
Well, guys, we're well into
Take my eye
aboard
out.
that trigger train. Choo-choo, speeding down the railway, had the crash off a cliff and plunged by this. Oh, my back's like, Jesus Christ. Oh, squat for Jesus. Oh, the left hates this. Oh, squat for, I don't know, the unicorn with a knife in his head. Oh, Jesus loved to get raw dogs.
Sorry, why do I agree?
In the last summer table.
Why do I agree to come on the internet?
Because what you have to...
And whatever just happens, why am I participating in
well,
all this?
you weren't participating, you just stood there and went,
I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
squat for Jesus. Come on then.
I don't want to.
Squat for Jesus. Even Kaya squat for Jesus. Come on.
Somebody said to you in the street yesterday something about squatting for Jesus, and I felt my soul leave my body.
yes.
I didn't know what was happening.
So me and Callum went out shopping yesterday. Got recognised a few times, and one of my followers, and we were just walking out the shopping centre, and I just suddenly heard my name get shouted, and I turned around, and one of my followers was like, "Oh my god!" We had a little chat and stuff. But the perfect timing was there was literally a preacher screaming about Jesus like next to us, and it was just like, "Oh, squat for Jesus!" Like the perfect timing to meet a follower, talk about squat for Jesus, while literally there's a preacher right beside being like, Jesus in Jesus, and it's like, what timing? Sometimes these timings happen. So that is what squat. You know what squat for Jesus. You've been in many videos with me squat for Jesus.
No, but there was an additional parts that used to be there.
Anyway, thank you so much for joining us today, guys. Make sure you let us know what you think about all the things we said down below. And of course, if you want us to keep doing these videos, make sure you share some love and support. I'll put Callum's links to all of his social media in the description.
Oh yeah, follow
as
me,
well.
I'm
So,
great.
Callum, go join Callum on his little
I
travel.
want 100,000 followers on Instagram.
Well, I want doesn't get, and please,
Please,
it's too late.
Help me get there.
So go follow Callum. All of his links down below. Go follow his little travel excursions over across the world. And is excursions the right word?
Yeah, travel excursions.
Yeah. Your adventures to find the crystal skull.
I'm looking for a husband. I want a
Oh.
boy to kiss me.
Well, unfortunately, they're all dead.
This is not what the left would have wanted.
No,
or
this
whatever it
is actually a bit too fruity. Putting anything near your face, you can't even eat.
No hand gestures,
No,
please. That's
when
a bit
you-
fruity. It's a
when
bit
you
fruity.
Eat, you actually got to get it injected into your veins
yeah.
because it's like we don't eat for
we don't
eat-
carry things.
No, we don't eat for flavour.
We don't eat.
Imagine saying we don't eat for flavour. Shut the f up. I don't even know this person. I hate them.
I don't even remember who it was. It was somebody who said they couldn't have spices on their meal prep because we're not eating for flavour. Like, the spices aren't harming you, sis.
It was one of those people that like who obsessively
Not eating for flavour.
You know, just, I have to look at everything I eat because I go do this.
Just boiled
obsessed
chicken.
gym people. who
Boiled
just,
chicken.
Boiled chicken, no flavour.
Not eating for flavour.
We don't eat. Imagine eating is one of the most exciting things
I
to do in the whole
love
life. Going for a
eating.
lovely meal. Like look at what you're eating and take care of yourself. But to be like, I don't eat for flavour, and every meal that you
Jail.
have is like nothing. And like not of any like allergies. It's just because they're like, no.
If you ever see a fitness influencer telling you to eat boiled chicken, unfollow them.
But
Because
no
they know
seasoning, yeah.
nothing about nutrition. Nothing. Zero.
And on that note, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, tell all your friends about the channel. Again, all of our social media links are down below. Massive shout out to my lovely Patreons whose names you can see on the side of the screen here. Thank you for being a patron. And an extra special shout out to my top tier patrons.
Alex in the Arga, welcome, Matt. ASS Guardians, Kimmy H, Bumblebee Whisperer, Blue Gem, TNS Mum, Adam Bretbatch, Kelly Rose, Nova, Cameron Pittman, Rishi, Athena Falling Angel Barrington, Erin Grace, Benjamin Baker, Robin Scott Palmer, Steffard, Chloe Louise, Shell Herman, and Kelly Bowser.
Anyway, be fabulous, be amazing, be gay, be everything you want to be, and don't let any bitch that say that you can't be you. Why is that?
Because you are flawed.
Flawed, you are disgusting.